guys, it's great to see you. Let me introduce myself and my partner. My name is Audrey Tiffani and my partner is Michael Virtuouscian. In this opportunity, we would like to present about Ternate and Tidore Kingdom. We will present about how the kingdom built, the conflict that happened from the Ternate and Tidore people, the region of Ternate and Tidore Kingdom, and the figure from Ternate and Tidore Kingdom that inspires us. First, we will talk about Ternate Kingdom. Ternate Kingdom, or also known as Gapi Kingdom, is one of the Muslim kingdom in Maluku. Ternate Kingdom was built by Baab Masyur Malomo in 1257. Ternate Kingdom was rich of spices and military power in the 16th century. In 1500, Sultan Bayanullah led the Ternate Kingdom. The conflict that happened was when Sultan Bayanullah led the Ternate Kingdom. In 1512, Portugal came to Ternate. Sultan sent his brother and the government to talk with the Portuguese, and they managed to invite Francisco Serrao, one of the Portuguese who came to Ternate. In their conversation with Francisco, there were some policies from the Sultan that on its development weakened the Ternate Kingdom. One of the policies was Portuguese allowed to build fortresses in Ternate. Portuguese built their first fortress called Toloco in 1522. The closeness between the Sultan and the Portuguese made people worry after Portuguese had a finger in the pie of domestic affairs in Ternate, especially for the appointment. The hesitation made Sultan Bayanullah poisoned to death by one of the Ternate people. After Sultan Bayanullah died, Nukilah from Tidore wanted to reunite Ternate and Tidore in one kingdom. The Sultan must be one of her sons, Prince Hidayat or Prince Abu Hayat. Meanwhile, Prince Taruese wanted the throne for himself. Portuguese saw the situation and took a chance to bring into conflict. Nukilah was supported by Tidore and Prince Taruese was supported by Portuguese. After Prince Taruese won, they betrayed and killed him. Portugal's government acted as a kingdom advisor with his influence. He was successful to persuade the royal council and raise Tabariti as a sultan. When Sultan Tabariti started to show hostility, Portuguese slandered and isolated him in Goa, India. He was forced by Portugal to sign the deal, and the content was to make Ternate as a Christian kingdom and become a follower of the Portuguese. But the deal was rejected by Sultan Karim. Sultan Karim wanted to talk to the Portuguese, but Sultan Karim was killed by the Portuguese. After they killed Sultan Karim, there was a war started in 1570 until 1575. After a 5 years war, Portugal left Maluku in 1575. And the proof that the conflict happened is Toloco Fortress.
Now we have Tidore. The Tidore Kingdom is an Islamic kingdom located in the Tidore Archipelago, North Maluku, Indonesia. The Tidore Island are the second largest city in Indonesia today. In 1081, the Tidore Island had a kingdom called the Tidore Kingdom. This kingdom is in the south of Ternate. The Kingdom of Tidore made Islam the official religion in the 14th century due to the spread of Islam to Maluku by Javanese and Malacca traders. The Tidore Kingdom was at odds with the Ternate Kingdom since two of them became a strong and prosperous kingdom. With the development of two kingdoms, they competed for territory. So, two of them formed two associations, namely Ulilima and Ulisiwa. Ulilima was led by Ternate while Ulisiwa was led by Tidore. They won over the spice trade market. The Kingdom of Tidore also had various conflicts with immigrants from Europe such as the Portuguese, Spain, and Dutch. Around the 15th century, foreigners began arriving in Ternate and Tidore. Portuguese went to Ternate and Spain went to Tidore for monopolizing trade, especially in the spice sector. Portugal and Spain competed with each other for monopoly on trade. However, the Portuguese decided to focus on the Kingdom of Ternate and Spain made Tidore an ally in 1521. Initially, Spain and Portugal had the Tordesillas Treaty, which contained the earth divided into two parts drawn straight from the North Pole to the South Pole in the Cape of Good Hope Island. Spain ruled on the west side and the Portuguese came in the eastern side. The arrival of Spain in Maluku, which was already owned by the Portuguese, caused conflict in Maluku area. Portuguese and Spain used Ternate and Tidore by fighting against each other. There was a split between Ternate and Tidore because of Spanish and Portugal wit. On the 22 April 1529, the Portuguese and the Spain signed the Zaragoza Treaty. In the agreement, it was written that the Portuguese controlled all continents and sea in Asia and the islands that were found, while Spain got the Pacific Ocean and Philippines but must leave Maluku. In the 17th century, the Dutch arrived in Maluku and caused competitions between the Portuguese and the Dutch. In 1605, the Dutch finally succeeded in occupying the Portuguese fort in Ambon and were able to expel the Portuguese from Maluku. The Dutch, which has no rivals, is acting arbitrarily. Among them were implementing a system of mandatory delivery of some spice to the VOC in order to harvest or destroy spice if the price of spice in the market fell, and simultaneous replanting if the price of spice on the market increased. These acts of operations make the people live in distress and suffering. In 1780, the people of Tidore rose against the VOC under the leadership of Sultan Nuku. Sultan Nuku also succeeded in uniting Ternate with Tidore. Sultan Nuku incited Britain to expel the Dutch to leave Tidore. When Britain managed to expel the Dutch, Sultan Nuku and his troops attacked Britain. Okay, we will continue into the material of heyday. The Kingdom of Tidore reached its heyday under the leadership of Muhammad Amir Uddin, Sultan Said ul Jihad Muhammad al-Mabus Amir Uddin Shah, or often called Sultan Nuku as the 13th king, from 1780 into 1805. Sultan Nuku was able to unite Ternate and Tidore together against and expel the Dutch VOC. Sultan Nuku was a smart, brave, and careful person. Historical heritage. First, we have Fort Torre and Tahula. Fort Torre and Tahula is a relic from the Portuguese colonial era. Torre was built in 1512. This fort was used with the Portuguese territory against the Dutch. Second, we have Sultan Tidore Mosque. This mosque has been built since the Kingdom of Ternate was led by Sultan Zainal Abidin, the 18th king. At present, the Sultan Ternate Mosque is still functioning as a place of worship for people in North Maluku. Moral value. One of the attitudes that we can take from the figure of Sultan Nuku is how to dare to defend the country and have a smart mind to think critically and careful in making decisions. It's all about Ternate and Tidore. If you have any questions, just tell us. Thank you for watching and goodbye.